What's going on, guys? I've had a fair few people on PSN ask me to do a build video. I've never done one before, so here goes. This is my build. I think it's the best solo build that you can do in the game, just because it has so much versatility. Unlike the classified sets, which seem to push you into playing more a certain way, where with this build you can play how you want. So this is what I have on my guns. I have responsive, deadly, competent. This is my main gun. This is the weapon I have out most of the time. This is my secondary MP7, deadly, responsive and competent. Sometimes I don't use this, sometimes I use this lightweight M4 instead that has determined, just to get the extra skill cooldown. I'll use this when I put a player on the floor. I'll swap to this and then finish them to get the extra 7.5%. Using the Barrett's chest, roll to electronics, health, skill haste, that's the usual stuff. 2 firearms mods with skill haste. Those were the two mods. Those were the mods that were for sale from one of the vendors a few weeks back. I picked up a whole bunch of them. If I play in a group, I'll swap this to vigorous and use booster shot instead. But I think for solo play, Barrett's gives more survivability. My mask is refreshed. I've tried Tenacious on this build, but don't really like it. Just because you get a really small heal off the medkit. I like to get the fat heal from refreshed with the resistance from critical save. It seems to be a lot stronger. This is roll to firearms, skill, power burn resistance. Has a firearms mod with skill haste. I'm using mismatched classifieds on this build just to get the extra stats. These are pretty good Lone Star knee pads. High armour, high firearms. Destruct, disorient, burn. And they are firearms mod, skill haste, and a first aid self heal mod. Holster, maxed out armour, striker, classified holster. Pretty decent firearms and electronics. The stamina could be better. Roll to skill haste, and that has a 5.5% first aid self heal mod inside. Using skull gloves. These aren't the best. I've been trying desperately to get better ones, but they just don't seem to want to drop for me, which is kind of annoying. They have 1194 firearms, AR damage, crit hit damage and crit hit chance. I would rather have skill haste here instead of crit hit chance, but like I say, they just won't drop. Sometimes I swap to SMGs and use these ones because they have the SMG damage, crit damage, skill haste. But I don't know, I think I prefer the ARs. The ARs feel stronger to me, so that's what I stick with. And then of course a specialised bag. Roll to electronics, health, ammo capacity. Electronics mod with skill haste. 26% first aid self heal mods. Pretty standard. I do have a higher armour one, but it doesn't come with ammo cap. So it's not really good to use when I'm using the 2 ARs. I need as many bullets as I can get, since the Barrett's chest doesn't have ammo cap either. Take a look at the stats. Is this the M4? Yep. Almost 24k base. When I prop competent it goes up to about 25.3. Actually, take a look. 26.7 with competent active, and then responsive gives another 10% as well, so about 29k base when I'm up close to someone. Skill haste is only 30%, that's because of the gloves, don't have it. And I think chest only doesn't have the max roll, so decent health, decent armor. Yeah, pretty basic. Talents I'm using. Always a concealed pulse. If I come across people that are using turrets, then I'll sometimes swap to an immune box, but it always seems to bug out on me and get me killed, so I don't bother most of the time. So yeah, I use Scrambler Pulse, almost 19%, 20% chance and 20% damage. And I use Overdose because of the Barrett's chest. That gives me a 220k heal if it's the first skill I use. So if I use one skill, my skill power drops to 188,000. And I still get an almost 200, that's 198k, and I have 198k health, so. And as you saw there, it's both skills are active again, so it's gone up to 220k. But yeah, this is what I think is the best solo build in the game. And MP7 is so fun to use. Like I say, for the faster skill cooldowns, then we'll swap to this. And I'll drop with my primary and then swap to determined M4 afterwards to get the kill and get the cooldown. I think I have some gameplay of this build saved, so I'll probably add it on in the end of the video, just so you guys can see. But yeah, that's my build. First build video I've done, so yeah. Take care, guys.
Agent, I am inbound on your position.
Cargo pickup underway.
Until extraction complete. Extraction cannot proceed. Room gauges have compromised the op. Bird inbound on your position. Extraction complete. Seconds.
Proximity. Contamination levels lowering to acceptable levels. Seconds.